to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Ha, Qudash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of the great millstone who taught us his truth. I'm the servant Milchamah-ba, Yasha Allah, after the missiles. And this video here has Trump arriving in China today. And excuse me, I had typed up what were they chanting, and it didn't give me any real information, but it this is some of the people that Donald Trump came with. It says President Donald Trump basked in attention Wednesday as he arrived in Beijing, China, and was greeted by hundreds of children cheering and waving American and Chinese flags. Trump traveled to Beijing with a large delegation that include his son Eric Trump, daughter-in-law Laura Trump, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk, Apple CEO Tim Cook, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, Blackstone CEO Stephen Schwarzman, Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon, Meta Facebook parent company President and Vice Chairman Dina Powell McCormick, Pat Ratner, the Hollywood director, Jeff Epstein, associated with who has been accused of rape and sexual misconduct by multiple women, was also traveling with the president. Oh my God! Hey, and this right here makes all the sense when you see this. Read the shirt. Okay. Crazy work, right? So it makes all the sense in the world, right? Yeah, it says, I was trying to see, was there any big thing in here that we could find, but I didn't see anything. I didn't read too far down, but I got another video, so let's check this one here out.
We agree that Iran, both the public and the private sector, is being held together right now with spit and duct tape.
Spit and duct tape is not a doctrinal term, Senator, but I would agree with something along those lines.
It's a Louisiana term. I mean, 7 out of 10 Iranians are out of work. We bomb their infrastructure. They've got 70% inflation. Their internet's shut off. You know better than I do what we've done on the military side. Their launchers, gone. Their missiles, for the most part, gone. Their drones, gone. Do they have some left? Yeah. Their Navy, gone. Their Air Force, gone. You can get in an airplane, you personally, and fly anywhere you want to across Iran right now and feel safe because they don't have any air defenses. It will be, in my opinion, 20 years and cost $1 trillion before they're even back somewhat to normal. And I don't have the slightest idea where they're going to get the money. If they think China's going to give it to them or Russia, they've got to learn a hard lesson. To that extent, have we achieved our objective in Iran?
Objective, as this president has stated from the beginning, is to ensure they don't get a nuclear weapon, and President Trump remains dedicated to ensuring that happens.
Can we agree that Iran...
So I guess they played the waiting game. I guess America outweighted Iran, if this information here is true. You just been hearing so much in the media, you don't know what's what, but, especially with Donald Trump, he'll say it damn near anything. But, going off of what Senator John Kennedy just said, okay, he's saying that their infrastructure or their government sector is hanging by a thread, for lack of better words, as he said, spit and duct tape. You know, so I guess they in a worse case than the United States is. So, and you know, this particular scripture been coming up lately with me, and and I mean, you know, through the Spirit, if the Lord's giving it to me like that, I mean, this could be possibly how it's gonna go down. I mean, you know, I mean, the Lord tells you that you know, His word shall not go out void. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. In verse 21, it says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, great confusion." Okay, and then we know victuals is you know, food. Okay, and you know, it takes, I think, a month or so for oil tankers to actually get to the West Coast. Okay, and I think the last that I researched, it was 12 million gallons of 12 million barrels of oil can go on a tanker, a ship tanker. Okay, and it takes America either 21, 22 million barrels of crude oil to operate. Okay, so it may be a little gap in there in between some kind of way. If they get their way, okay, you know, like the scripture say, it's still gonna be evils in the earth. Okay, sword. Okay, famine and great confusion, which we know that could be, you know, if it's so good, cheap upon the earth, meaning that, you know, they could be getting crude oil at a cheap price. I mean, who knows? Okay. Verse 22, it says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." Verse 23, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be waste, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and sow it." So, you know, which we can go on, but I'm gonna hear him say this again, this part here.
That Iran, both the public and the private sector, is being held together.
Okay, that's what I wanted. Iran private sector. Okay. What is the state? Let's see what the state of Iran's. Is a private sector. It says the private sector in Iran is currently experiencing a severe economic crisis, widespread business closures, and mass employment layoff, driven by active military conflicts, strict internet blackouts, and intensifying international blockades. Historically crowded out by the state and semi-state monopolies, the legitimate, real private sector is bearing the brunt of the country's current geopolitical isolation. Okay, so excuse me, I have Still going through this little cold. Forgive me for the coughing and clearing of the throat. This is current wartime disruptions and collapsing infrastructure. Okay. 73 days internet blackout. Mass layoff. Supply chain paralyzation. This is even for 2026 conflict. Iran's domestic economy struggle to harbor a genius private chef due to structural flaw. Let's see. So, I guess America kind of outweighted Iran, so they're gonna have to go with some type of a deal, okay? Which all of these people that we seen in that what was it? Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. I guess let me see if I can go back. But yeah, all these people here. And some people was like, "Oh man, I wish we good because BlackRock was there." Man, BlackRock, shit, they got a shit. BlackRock is not what you think it is, you know. Shit, BlackRock is the elite bankers, man. You know, and that's people that said we got BlackRock fighting for us or something. What they said, man. Man, if you think BlackRock fighting for you, you got another thing coming, man. BlackRock is not what you think it is. BlackRock is all about control, man. They gonna be the ones that's gonna send that implementation in of the micro C-HIP. And let's see. Let's go to the comments on this. Let's see. The guy said something about BlackRock. This guy here said, "Thank God BlackRock and Blackstone are in the room. They bountifully have our best intentions on their mind." Yeah, right. You must don't know who BlackRock is. Let me see who the hell this is. Nah. Yeah, you don't know no better. Shit, BlackRock own everything. And they the one that pretty much putting these foreign ingredients in every damn thing. But yeah, man, so hey, it's a crazy time going on, man. I didn't know this situation right here was anything. Well, I didn't know this was what it was over in Iran. I thought Iran was kind of holding on. I thought they were doing good, but okay, so I guess it's just made to look good. And hey, from what this guy Kennedy said, he said it's gonna take trillions of dollars. Okay. So I guess, which, if you think about it, America has a little bit. Americans have, as far as their, our working economy has, more money to, I guess you could say, hold out a little bit longer than the Iranians do. Okay, so imagine what's gonna happen with if they, well, I ain't gonna say if they win, it comes to the point where they knock out, power for us. Okay, it's gonna get bad, man. So hey, I ain't want to hold you too long. Just bring out a couple scriptures and get this information up there to who didn't know about what's going on. And yeah, man. Let me get one more scripture out of. I think Second Ezra 16 and 45. 38. 37. Second Ezra 16 and 37. We're going to read it to 45. Verse 45 says, Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a child would, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. And these are the pains that America is going to go through. Okay? Because America, you have the wicked, they starting to complain now. Okay? Verse 39 says, Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Yeah, man, because when the earth actually is, they're mourning now, but, it's going to get to a peak stage of mourning, when those missiles are shot off. But all the nations are, gathered together over in, in that Levant area, Verse 40 says, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and those evils be even as pilgrim upon the earth. And so